mama's racing stream. This ain't your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, Vigilante Nation, welcome. This is the Vigilante Racing Network coming to you live from virtual Las Vegas, Nevada for round 12 of the Vanquish Series here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hope you guys are enjoying your evening as much as we are so far. My name is Alan Vaught with VRN, and I'll be bringing you all of the exciting racing action here tonight. As always, we got my wife Lori up in the control tower managing the race tonight and the drivers. And also, I'm flying solo in the booth, so make sure you hit me up in the chat. I will read your comments live on the broadcast, assuming they are safe for work, folks. So let's keep it safe for work, please. Thank you. And with that, let's get you started with some race details here tonight. All right, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is round 12, the penultimate race for the championship for this season 3 of the Vanquish Series. Tonight's race is 133 laps. That's 200 virtual miles, folks. And let's see what else we got going here. 200 virtual miles. You have a 65% fuel capacity limit. These drivers only have 4 additional sets of tires over the wall and 1 fast repair in the event they find themselves in trouble. The incident limit is set at 25 and 6, and as always, iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dogs, and the waiver rounds. So let's talk championship. It's pretty tight, and we're down to the very end of this season. Right now, you have on top of the leaderboard in the chase for this championship, Chris Goins at 357 points. He's followed closely by Dylan Bryant in the 51 with 345 points, and then a little ways back to Trevor Robertson in third in that 6 machine with 324 points. You got the closer, John Schabenbachler, at 300 points in 4th. And then in 5th place, Jonathan Osborne with 296 points. So it's going to come down to this. Who do you guys think is going to win the championship? We got this race and then Auto Club to wrap up this season here in the Vanquish Series. We're going to go ahead and kick over as they are wrapping up practice right now and about to start their qualifying runs. Let's see if we can get you a little bit of that action. No one's on track yet. Here we go. Should be a great race here tonight, folks. We already ran this track not too long ago. I think maybe earlier this week in the Premiere Series. So these drivers have had plenty of practice here at Las Vegas. Now, it was not in the afternoon time frame, so it's going to be a much different situation as far as conditions out there. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get that up for you. Let's talk about the atmospherics. So while it may not be very hot for the ambient temperature at 89 degrees Fahrenheit, the track temp is significantly hotter at 120 degrees, likely to rise as well. The humidity is super low at 2%. And we have a wind speed of 7 miles per hour out of the southeast with mostly clear skies. So it's going to be pretty hot and maybe a slidey and slick out there for the drivers race here this afternoon. As we're watching Chris Goins, who races out of Charlotte, North Carolina, making his way around for his qualifying run, that High Tide Toyota Tundra. Did he switch cars on me? Maybe he did. I'm not sure. But he's in a Toyota tonight. We'll see how he comes out in the qualifying run. Right now, Adamson's top of the leaderboard at just over 32 seconds. And you'll see live in that timing tower to your left. Nope, he's not going to stay there. Goins already at the top at 3.26. This is your current championship leader being pursued hotly by the 51 of Dylan Bryant. We do have 5 onboard cameras here for you tonight. Let's see if I can name them all for you. We got Kelly Kill in the 01 machine. Andy Player in the 13. Dave Mayberry in the 29. Jonathan Osborne in the 81. And Craig Goodenough in the 89 machine. We're going to look at those throughout the night as we're making our ways through the field from time to time to show you where your favorite driver's running. Looking now at Kelly Kill, racing out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. As far as penalties tonight, let's take a look. We do have one for a carryover for Luke Chadwick. just carry it over for a few weeks now. So he's knocking it out tonight. I do see that he is in the session. And that is the only one we have carried over. So wherever they qualify tonight is where they're starting from. Albert Anderson out there. And it looks like a new paint scheme, newish for me, at least. Sunoco 99. Albert races with us out of Washington, D.C. Fantastic job for us. He's also our primary sponsor for this season with his company, Tow Call. So if you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area and you're in need of a tow, a jump start, a lockout, or a tire change, which you may be in need of a jump start with the weather that's rolling in this weekend for about 50% of the country, get in touch with Tow Call. He'll be out there with fast, friendly, and professional service to get you on your way. How do you get in touch with them? Use their email address at towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. And we thank Albert for sponsoring both the Premiere and the Vanquish Series for this season. Just a few more minutes left in qualifying. Not even. Less than 45 seconds remaining. So these guys, last few, are getting their flying laps in to see if they can run up the tower there to the front of the pack. So Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is the neon lit high grip intermediate battleground here. It's a 1.5 mile high speed tri-oval, known for its smooth surface, wide racing lanes, and relentless aero demands. So it's unlike the other abrasive ovals we have mostly throughout the NASCAR series. Vegas is all about commitment, holding that throttle through the long, sweeping corners, managing dirty air, and keeping the car balanced in turbulent packs. With multiple grooves and big momentum swings, Las Vegas Motor Speedway will reward drivers who can stay aggressive without overstepping that edge. And we're going to find out who that is here tonight. As we have now concluded qualifying. And you see them start to grid up now. Let's go ahead and go through that grid so you know exactly where your favorite driver is going to start the night. Dylan Bryant bringing home the top step for the start of this race. So the pole position, the 51, Dylan Bryant. Mike Everidge is in second. Dave Mayberry having a great qualifying effort in third place. John Shanebachler fourth. Albert Anderson fifth. Aaron Warren 6th, Tom Bear 7th, 8th place Jesse Redding, 9th is Craig Goodenough, 10th Mike Adamson, 11th Andrew Cawthon, 12th Dion Jones, and 13th Andy Player, 14th Kelly Kill, James Lee in 15th, John McAdams 16th, 17th Chris Gomes, Scott Milner in 18th, Trevor Robertson 19th, and 20th Jacob Alicia, 21st John Gallagher, 22nd, Jonathan Osborne, and 23rd, rounding out your 23 truck field, Luke Chadwick.
If you look at the race report from last week, there was no race report at Homestead, but you had a period.
All right, I'm not seeing it. I'm looking at the race report right now. Okay.
Oh, it should be rolling off here just momentarily. There will be one pace lap, and then the officials are going to release this pack to get after it. And we'll see how much carnage we're going to have tonight, folks. So they start to get spread out a bit. This tends to run green, but that's the key. Do they race cautiously enough to get into a spread out situation? We had a very clean race here at Las Vegas last week, or earlier this week, rather, in the Premiere Series.
Yeah, you are correct. It was the number 9, not the 4.
back up to his qualifying and clear the flag.
Yeah, Dion, I go when you're supposed to go. Guys, let him get back in place. Dion, I will clear your block. I am truly sorry.
Make sure we got time to get this straightened out.
I'm already in the back of the pack.
Just go.
You want to give us another lap and a caution?
All right, man. Right you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
All right, so we're getting this field sorted out here. There was a mix-up on where number 4 machine was going to line up. They thought that he may have had a penalty, but he's going to get.
On me, guys. I am sorry.
He's going to take his qualifying position back. So there'll be one extra lap here before we go green.
Yeah, just don't wreck.
Wreck the 01. Gotcha.
That's I got a faster pace tonight.
Take a check on the chat. Let's see what we got out there. So, boys out there talking about race night, betting on Vegas, baby. Mr. Anderson, that's Albert Anderson Sr. Go get him, son. Pulling for the 99 machine. Tim McAdam out there say, hello, gang. Good luck tonight. T Brown out there. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday indeed. '51 gangs out there pulling for the 51 and bring home this championship. So we'll see if he's able to do it. We should be going green this time, folks. Dylan Bryant is going to be at the front of the field, but not controlling the restart. That will be in the hands of the spotter stand, or the flag stand, rather, for the beginning of this race. Should see this truck pull off right here. Going green here. On green.
Green flag, green flag.
And we are underway, folks. Clean start so far. 51's got the advantage heading into turn 1. The 29 right on his back bumper.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Like Mayberry may have gotten a little loose there. You can see the top 2 guys there. Dylan Bryant, Mike Everidge able to get away. 99 heads up to the high side, pull up in front of Shane Bachler, looking to get to the front. He's very fast here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Expect to see him up to the front here shortly. 89, Craig Goodenough coming into the picture, you see. Starting to string out just a bit at the front, you can see here, but still really tight pack, or racing at the back of the pack. Let's jump back here and take a look forward. See Jacob Alicia back here rounding out the field, running shotgun on the field right now in 23rd. Don't expect that to stay the same. He's very fast, very good at conserving his equipment. He's got quite the gaggle here in front of him with the 81, the 19, the 4 machine, Dion Jones. Oh, see the 81 get a little bit of the outside wall. That's not going to kill him, other than his momentum at the moment. Can't do that too many times here at Vegas. You'll end up maybe getting some wheel damage, even if cosmetically the truck looks fine. All right, we're going to run through the field from the back. Starting with Jacob Alicia running 23rd out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just forward of him in the 81 machine, you have Jonathan Osborne. He does have an onboard camera for us tonight. In fact, what I'll do is before I continue through the field, I'm going to take you through the cameras. You can see what we have. We're going to start off with, he won't be on the screen there, but the 01 machine's onboard camera here, Kelly Kill. Next up, we have the 13 of Mr. Andy Player. We have Dave Mayberry. Had a great qualifying run tonight. Right now, he finds himself in the 9th position. And back to the 81 machine. Jonathan Osborne out of Woodbury, New Jersey. Jonathan's running 19th right now. And then already up 6 positions so far tonight, you have the 89 machine. Craig Goodenough. Now, Craig is actually shooting some telemetry to us other than just his face cam you see here. You also see a foot cam. And just above the foot cam, you have a heart rate monitor. Now, the middle is his peak, whatever he peaks at. So right now, he's only hit 111, with his average being 88, and current heart rate is 108. We'll see if he finds himself in some kind of battle tonight if that shoots up. Sometimes it goes 130, 140, depending on the style of racing and what kind of situation he's in. So that'll be interesting to check out, folks. But now, as I was about to, we're going to go ahead and run from the back to the front. And we're going to start with Scott Milner, racing out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. 23rd. 22nd, Jacob Delisha, as I mentioned before, out of Indianapolis. Deion Jones, racing out of Diamondale, Michigan, right there in the 21st spot. Luke Chadwick started with a penalty tonight in that 9 DeWalt machine. Made his way up 3 spots so far to 20th. Then the 6 machine of Trevor Robertson is in 19th. John McAdam, running 18th, up 4 spots so far. Andrew Cawthon in that Phoenix number 10 machine is in 16th. Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama, he's in 15th. 23 machine. John Gallagher, 123 out of Roseville, California. Currently runs 15th, up 6 spots so far. Dave Mayberry in this 29 Apex machine, he is running 13th, down 10 spots. Right now, make that 9 as he's trying to get around the 54 machine of James Lee out of Villa Rica, Georgia. James is running 12th right now. Dave's trying to get around him. Now, Albert Anderson's back here. I don't know. He was up in 3rd a moment ago. Now he's in 11th. May have brushed the wall or something, but he's running 11th right now. See if he makes his way back up to the front. Got Kelly Keel out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. One of our own boards as well at 4 spots, running in 10th. Good run so far. Just in front of him is Tom Barish out of Pass Christian, Mississippi, running in 9th. Jesse Redding of Knoxville, Iowa, holding down the 8th position right where he started in that 21 machine. And Chris Collins, I saw that he kind of qualified towards the back. I was surprised he's qualified 17th, but he is already up to 7th place, looking to make it 6th as he's trying to chase down the 88 Mike Adamson right there in front of him out of Sanford, Florida. Mike's also up 4 positions, so he's heading in the right direction also. Andy Player of Concord, New Hampshire, up 8 spots, running in the 5th position. John Shanebachler of Louisville, Kentucky is running in 4th, right where he qualified. Somebody down there in the apron. Craig Goodenough, we looked at earlier, running in 3rd, up 6 spots so far. This 82 machine, Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky, having a great run tonight, running in second right where he started. And he's trying to chase down your current leader, who is out to a 2-second lead right now, the 51 of Dylan Bryant out of Stem, North Carolina, for all you Bryant fans out there. We got out there in the chat. We're talking, it's like Kyle Vaught's out in the chat talking about Mayberry qualifying in third, had a great qualifying effort. But he's throwing some controversy out there saying that Mayberry paid him to drive for him tonight, and that's why he's starting in third. We'll have to pass that along to the control tower and see what they have to say about that. Well, if the rest of the pack doesn't get up here into the zip code of Mr. Dylan Bryant, he may just run away with this one tonight. So they need to be thinking about how they can get up there, challenge him for this victory. Because at the moment, he is firmly in command. I can see if we can find you a couple of battles going on. Pretty tight racing back here with Jacob Alicia. The number 10 machine also, you got John McAdam trying to wake his way up underneath. Three wide. It looks like the 10's going around. He almost say that he hits the outside wall. No caution yet. Wow. His truck is seriously damaged. You can see it really kind of wobbling there. Not looking great. Goes down to the inside. Gets off the track. So far, he looks like he may make it back to pit lane without a caution coming out. That's not good for him, but he does the right thing in making sure if he has the ability to stay off the grid there. Let's see if we can go back just a little bit. See what happens. Well, this is towards the end of it, the second part. So here's the first part. He's racing with the 31, Jacob Alicia. So it's like Jacob's a little up high. It might be the slightest bit. I don't really see much net code there. It's like they were going to hit. Gets him out of shape. He gets up into the marbles. Does a good job. Stands in the gas. Keeps it off the outside wall. But when it finally bites, that is the front tires gain grip again. He must have had the steering wheel slightly turned to the right because it just shoots him into that outside retaining wall. And he suffers significant damage. Now, the only good news in this situation, folks, is he does have a fast repair.
I got damage, John. I got damage, guys.
He just made it back to, you see that. He just repaired it, but he's going to go a little bit down.
It won't turn.
Sounds like Kelly Kill's also in trouble, has damage as well. He's talking to the other drivers to make sure they know that he's wounded. He's having a hard time turning it and keeping it down low on the track. For Kelly, again, we'll go back and take a little bit of a look. Looks like it might be up. We're right here as it's happening. Just gets tight. Tags that outside wall. Doesn't look as bad as the 10 truck, but that is enough of an impact to really damage his front steering. You can see him dropping right here, and he begins to communicate with the other drivers. Make sure they know that he's in trouble. All right. Neither of these events brought out a caution. Andrew Cawthon's now a lap down, at least one lap. Let's take a look and see if it's more. 2 laps. He's 2 laps down with that because he had to crawl back to pit lane. So he's going to be, and you see Kelly's still suffering from no steering. He may have to go in and take his fast repair as well. But Andrew Cawthon's going to have to hope for some cautions to get back into this race. They do have a fast repair. Cawthon's already taken his. Kelly's probably going to have to take his. Kelly Kill, that is, once he hits the lane in that 01 machine. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and jump back up to the front. We'll see if Kelly's able to make it back up there. A 3.3 second lead now is enjoyed by Dylan Bryant. Over Craig Goodenough. Had a little bit of a shuffle in second place here. Craig's going to have to buckle down and see if he can track down that 51. You can see him off in the distance there. We'll kind of keep a watch on this. As you take a look at the battle box, Craig Goodenough right there in second. Just above it is Dylan Bryant with a 3.25 lead at the moment. So you slightly go down through here, through 3 and 4. Let's see if that continues as Craig looks like he gets a little tight. Gets all of that back and more. So Craig's likely used up a lot of his tire life just getting to the second position. He's being closely pursued by John Schaenbacher.
I did have that thought.
Looks like he just went down too. I think Craig may have just brushed the wall. 12's looking to take advantage, maybe go around the outside here. Let's say Craig, I meant John.
Hitting in.
Yep, Craig Goodenough hit pit lane. John Schaenbacher now takes over second position. 27 laps into 133. I was tracking that they can go as long as 31 laps on a tank of fuel. Question is, do they want to do an undercut? Do they want to stay out long? I tend to do that myself. Stay out long and have better tires throughout the end of the race. But sometimes that doesn't work out for you. And I've experienced that firsthand. Got Albert Anderson, Dave Mayberry, both on pit lane. Comes the 99, that Sunoco machine.
12 is fitting, 12 is fitting.
See, 51 fans out there talking about fuel. Yes, earlier this week on Wednesday, the 51 was running out front like he is tonight, and he ran out of fuel. Not on the last lap, folks. Coming out of turn 4 for the checkered flag and was not able to close the deal and win that race. So I'm sure that is on his mind as he entered tonight's event. Also got Kathy A out there in the chat saying, good evening, everyone. Hello to Lori, and Team Albert is her man. So she is pulling for Albert Anderson, who's now pulling off of pit lane and rejoin the fray. Currently running 21st, but it's because everyone else is going to have to start making their pit stops. As we see Chris Gomes making his way on the pit lane, their current series leader. Followed closely by 123 of John Gallagher. And it looks like Scott Milner's made his pit already. He's coming off the lane to rejoin. So we're at lap 30. When will your leader come in? Going to go around at least one more time. He's going to hit that 31 mark that I mentioned. Right, meow. He's probably running along thinking about how he did not have enough fuel to make it to the end the other night.
35 this time.
See if he goes in. He is. So he has made the most and made sure that he got every drop out of this one. He's going to cross for 32 as he blinks a little bit there. While he's on pit lane, he'll cross the start lap 32. Mike Adamson is now taking over the lead. And Mike has not made his pit yet for this cycle, the first cycle of the race. In fact, all the way down to, it looks like 13th, but we do have these guys on pit lane. Kelly Kill, James Lee, Tom Barrison at 35, and Dylan Bryant is still there. Mike Adams is making his way down, having completed 32 and going to start lap 33. while he's on pit lane. So that's going to really, if it stays green the entire way, that might work to his advantage.
13 pitting this time. 13 pitting this time.
See the 13 machine calling out. He's going to pit his current leader. That's Andy Player.
Yeah, I did that same thing earlier, bud.
13 pitting.
31 pitting.
23.
Gets a little bit squirrely as he's coming in. It's like he made it no problem. Aaron Warren's also on pit lane, hitting his stall. Jacob Alicia's already in his stall. These guys went all the way through 33 and came on at 34. So they were kind of riding in the back there, saving their fuel and their tires, thinking of the long game here. But after those pit stops, Craig Goodenough was one of the earliest to go in at lap 26, and he does hold the lead at 1.8 seconds over the 51, Dylan Bryant. Now, that said, Dylan's going to have much fresher tires than the 89 machine has. So as I mentioned earlier about the heart rate monitor for Goodenough, I think his max was like 111 before last time we looked at it. Now it's at 129. So he certainly had a spike that may have been the excitement of getting on and off pit lane, which can be nerve-wracking.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And as I mentioned, that caution is out. It looks like we've completed most of the pit cycle, if not all. This is going to involve Luke Chadwick, Jacob Alicia, Mike Everidge, and Aaron Warren. Let's go back and take a look.
Saying our pace car on that one.
That looks like the 9 just didn't know the 82 was going to pit lane. And then Jacob Alicia gets caught up in it as well. I want to say this happened between Ty Dillon and another driver last season. I don't know if it was at this track or not. It might have been at Vegas. But between Ty Dillon and one of the chase drivers, now playoff drivers at the time, last season in the Cup series of In Real Life Racing. That's just unfortunate for all three of these guys involved. Can't imagine Mike didn't call out. He was pitting there. Question is, did it transmit? We'll get one more look at it. I don't know if it was a late decision to come in there for the 82 or what happened. Oh, a little piece of it there by the 23 machine as well. Gets a little taste of that. That's his Aaron Warren. Aaron just couldn't see anything. Really try to stay off of everybody. Just nudges into the 31. Aaron might be okay. All these guys probably have a fast repair, but we'll be battling from the back of the pack now. So everybody's going to be caught up here, folks. Sounds like we have fuel savings going on by one or both of these drivers. Oh, we had this chance. We got one more lap to go. Let's get a discussion with one of the drivers. Let's go talk with Kelly Keel real quick. Hey, Kelly Kill, sound in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, I got you, Alan.
Yeah, man. Saw you had a little bit of trouble earlier. I know we're going back to green here in another lap, but you had a little trouble with the wall earlier. Were you able to get that repaired?
I had to use a fast repair. It was pretty messed up. It was messed up.
Yeah, it doesn't take much when you tag the wall. It didn't look like a heavy hit, but it's enough.
Oh, yeah, it was heavy. My wheel was like 10 o'clock. It was not good. My right front, 33%.
Well, you're running 12th now. You think you were fast earlier. You think you can get back in this?
Yeah, that's what I got to take care of the. I got to take care of it here. Try not to hit that wall, and then we'll see what happens. We still got what, good 90-some laps to go, so it's a long race still. So we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking to me. I'll drop you back down, let you focus on this restart.
All right. Have fun,
Good luck.
buddy.
Yep. All right, folks. That's Kelly Kill right there. That 01 Machines. We're going to jump back to the front now. This restart is going to be controlled by Mr. Good Enough. All restarts are controlled by first place driver. He gets the launch. He's inside the restart zone, and he takes off, gets a good launch over the 51. You got the 12 right behind him. 12's going to challenge for second place. '51's trying to get around, slot in. He does, into the second position. He should be able to get that back out to the front because the tire situation has not changed. It's a 5-lap difference between 89 and the 51. 51 having the advantage by 5 laps. So 89 is going to have his work cut out for him to stay up here as other drivers all around him do have fresher tires. He's going to have to live with what he has at the moment. He's not going to let this go easily. He's going to fight back here on the outside with momentum. It may ultimately not work out for him. He may not prevail, but the harder he fights, the better off he's going to be through the run. As you also see, Chris Gomes, your current championship leader, choosing to get up here and get into the mix. Chris does not have the advantage on the 51 as far as tires are concerned. He did go into the pit lane 2 laps before the 51. But right now he does have the advantage of draft behind Craig Goodenough, who has successfully staved off the attack by the 51 of Dylan thus far. Like Dylan Bryant's probably just going to have to regroup here, maybe make his way using that momentum on the outside. 89's trying to dirty up the nose, dirty up the air. We'll look back on this from your leader currently as the 51 goes low. 89 gets the advantage on the outside again of momentum. Seesaw battle at the front right now. '51 may have to slide up and firmly take control of the lead. The 88 of Mike Adelson coming up here to the front with the freshest tires of them all, having gone in on lap 32. And he is now in second place. See the 13 dive down there. That's player. Nearly 3 wide with the 1 and the 89 going down onto the apron. I don't know why it's showing Shane Bachler there. Am I on the wrong? Yes, I am. Here we go. There we go. Andy Player, Concord, New Hampshire. It was not John Shane Bachler on your screen. I was talking about that accident earlier. I got Kyle out there doing some checking for me. Thank you, Kyle. Says, wait, no, Byron went into the back of Dylan as he was cutting down to the pits. And the spotter didn't say anything. Do you remember the venue, Kyle? I think it might have been Las Vegas, but it could have been another. It probably was another venue, but I just don't remember. Dylan Bryant taking control of the race right now. He's only about a quarter second though in front of Adamson. Adamson's keeping it tight. Andy Player is now firmly into third position. Let's move back up here and take a look, see if the 88 is going to be able to challenge for the lead here. 46 laps in the books. You got some close battles we'll take a look on. Kelly Kill trying to make his way back into this fight, still running 12th. +2 for the night, running right behind the 81. Really tight battle right here in front of him between Jonathan Osborne and Jesse Redding. Oh, see Kelly gets loose there. Loses a ton of momentum. He was on the attack. He's got to back off now and regroup, take care of his machine. Look at this. The 12, the 6, the 21. It's just a battle right here. You got the 6 sitting here with Trevor just trying to decide which horse he wants to follow through. Which one's going to make the best time and momentum around here. Really tight race in there. You hear him feathering the throttle to make sure he stays out of the back of the 12. Trevor races with us out of McCrory, Arkansas. Does get a nose in, gets so tight in there. Look at this. But he has to get out of it to keep from washing up into the 12. He does a good job of that. He may have it. Oh, that was a big wreck. I thought he was okay. He's going to be clear of this, but it didn't work out. 19's having a dodge here. And we'll go back and take a closer look at that. You were riding on board when it happened. Second caution of the night, involving the 6, the 12, and I know others. I think Scott Milner. Let's go back here and take a look.
Pace truck, turn 1.
You can see that they are racing super tight here. Let's go back and look from rear view here. The 6 machine of Trevor Robertson looking to make the move here on the 12. Gets in there, has to get feathered, gets out of it, stays off the 12. 81's to the outside of the 12. 12 comes down. Oh, it just looks like maybe he got loose. That is the 12 machine of Shane Bachler. Yeah, looks like he gets just maybe a little loose or spooked one or the other because he's being bracketed by these 2 drivers, the 6 and the 81, and just looks to move it, and it shoots to the outside, hits the 81, it comes down and just collects the 6 machine in the right rear quarter panel, rather. We'll take a look at that from the 01's perspective because he was right behind it. Riding on board right now with the 01 of Kelly Kill. Accident happens right in front of the C's part. He kind of follows through the 81 there and is able to get through there safely. Taking a look right now at Trevor Robertson on pit lane. Trevor's in 18th. He's not gone a lap down yet. See if we can get a word with Trevor. Hey, Trevor's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Saw that incident with you in the 12 machine. I think the 81 involved as well. What was it like from your perspective behind the wheel?
Well, I was just trying to hold it as low as I could. I knew we were 3 wide, and next thing I knew, I was just spinning. So it's all good, though.
Yeah, it looks like you had that still had the fast repair, so that's good. Unfortunately, you've used it now. That's bad. How do you feel like your chances are to get up there and challenge for the win?
It's really hard to pass because people get too wide, and it's just, there's not a lot you can do. I'm just trying to be patient and take a gap if I can.
Yeah, you were in there, you're in that gap, and you hear you feather the throttle to stay off the 12, but then the 12 reacted to either you or the 81 on his outside. Got a little out of shape there, and you just barely got collected in that right rear. So it's unfortunate for you, but man, here's hoping you get back up there and challenge for the win.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.
There you go, folks. Trevor Robertson, 6th machine out of McCrory, Arkansas. Let's jump back up front here. Check on your leaders. They all did go down here for lap 52, and if their pit lane times are any indication, they all took tires. So, equal footing here between Bryant, Adamson, Player, and Gomes. Now, Good Enough has dropped back just a good bit here. He's now running in the 8th position. But he did have older tires, probably fell back just a bit while we were taking a look at that action in the mid-pack. Lights are out on top of the pace truck. We are going green this lap by. For all you guys out there watching, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. We are live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Premiere Series on Wednesdays and this Vanquish Series on Friday nights. Also hit that notification bell as we do have special events, in particular with our endurance drivers. We just did the Daytona 24. Hope you guys got a chance to catch that. And we have endurance planned throughout the year. So if you don't want to miss it, hit that notification bell as we're going to go back green here. 51 will control this restart as the leader.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're back underway. 51 gets a great jump on 88 of Mike Adamson. 13 is going to try to follow him through in that bottom there. That's where the battle's going to be. Well, One Machine's trying to get that momentum on the outside, following the 88. 88's going to go ahead and make his way around the 13. Now the one's going to attempt to do the same without the benefit of draft. Oh, 13 gets a little loose out of the corner there on those fresh tires. They are not warmed up yet, folks. And he's going to lose a ton of spots in the exchange. Trying to get slotted in, gives momentum back. Maybe able to do it here right in front of the 21, perhaps. Very close. I'm going to jump back to the front here as you see the 88 starting to challenge the 51 for the lead here. Being followed closely by Chris Gomes in the One Machine. Now, these drivers have already seen that Bryant, with clean air and determination, is able to get out there for multi-second leads. That is not what they want to have happen again with 58 laps complete. 47 to John McAdam up here, up 12 spots right now, running 4th. That 47 machine looking to get into the action here. All these drivers are down on pit lane at 52, lap 52, except for Aaron Warren, who was last on pit lane at 35. And Albert Anderson on 53. It was likely to duck in to get more fuel. .47 is going to challenge the one on the low side. Kyle confirmed that was Vegas that we saw that incident occur in NASCAR with William Byron and Ty Dillon. We basically recreated it here in Vigilante Racing League here tonight. John McAllen was able to pass Chris Gomes for that third spot. Having a great run here tonight. 88 machine sitting here right behind Mr. Dillon. I don't know if he's biting this time or if he's just not able to mount a challenge at the moment. If I had to guess, I think he's just content to ride at the moment. Maybe save a little bit more fuel than Bryant. Being in the draft, there is a slight draft here, even though this is a 1.5 mile track. See how spread out we're getting right now. Not very. A couple folks way back there, likely carrying some damage. Most of the pack is right together. Let's see if we can find some of the action going on back here. So Dave Mayberry is up underneath the 31 here. Not able to make it happen yet. Dave racing out of Tucson, Arizona. Watching that big red machine get up right against the wall. Looks like he may have a run this time as well. Not quite. Maybe get a little draft. I think he's coming up behind the 19, choosing to get behind the 31. Let's dive it in there pretty well in 1 and 2. Still not quite able to get there. Momentum is a big thing here. The defensive line would be the outside. As the run goes along, it does get faster than the bottom because you're having to pinch off your speed. And you see he dives in there pretty well. He's able to get alongside. May have some traction this time to be able to make the pass. See the 29 trying to make a move on the 19 there, but loses momentum as he comes off the corner, not able to get underneath there. See if he does it this time. No hole for him. This really gets intense and tiring if you're not careful. Lap after lap up underneath on top of each other. You have no rest. 29 does get a run. You see the 19 get loose out of the corner. 3 wide now in turn 3. Looking to get more company from the 12. Got Laura out there in the chat telling me to take a look at the 99's paint job. We will. See when this fight gets over here. Looks like it may be over as it begins to settle down here. "12 makes it around most of these guys. He's looking to make his way to the front. They're coming up fast on the 123, the P3 Orion machine with John Gallagher. Get checked up a bit. 29 gets back into the battle here. Oh, they both touch the outside wall. That's easy to do. Kind of follows later. The 12 gets 29 gets in the back of the 12, and we are going to be under caution. Go back and take a look. You saw it as it happened, folks. This is actually too far back. Let's go to this one. Here we go. Now, it looks like the 29 comes up just barely. Just enough to get into the 12. Now, the 12, incredibly lucky. Not a huge amount of damage there. He did a great job kind of modulating between his brake and his throttle. Just enough to maybe not get too much damage. It does stop. Does he have to tow? I don't think so. Okay, he gets going again. It's unfortunate for him. We're back under caution, though, folks. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at that 99 machine Lori was asking about. It's a good-looking Sunoco machine. We'll take a little broadcaster's privilege here, folks. You're going to see the controls come up onto the screen here momentarily, but we're going to take a once around this truck. Here we go. Good looking scheme. Makes his way into his pit box nicely. Now, the only thing we're going to have to get with him is he needs his associate sponsors, Tow Call, VRN, and the series. So we'll have to get with him and see if we can get those onto the side there in front of the 99. But great looking paint scheme there for Mr. Anderson here tonight. And I appreciate you folks bearing with me as I use the controls here to kind of get around the truck and take a quick look. And while we're talking about Mr. Anderson here, let's talk about the fact that he sponsors both of the series this season with his company, Tow Call. If you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area and you find yourself in need of a tow, a jump start, a lockout, or a tire change, get in touch with Mr. Anderson's company here, Tow Call. You can reach them via their email. That's towcallroadside@gmail.com. Altogether, towcallroadside@gmail.com. He'll be out there with fast, friendly, professional service. Take care of your needs, get you back underway. We appreciate you coming on board this season there as the primary sponsor, Mr. Anderson. It's like he's going to make his way down to top off that fuel tank. Kind of running towards the back. He's playing this fuel mileage game. Big brain strategy he's going on here. So we'll see if it works out for him. Third caution of the evening. We are 71 laps into this 133 lap event. And they can go about 31. We saw a little bit longer on their fuel runs. 32, sometimes 33 laps if they're saving throughout the run. Most of us just went down on 69, but you can see Albert went down and got topped off at lap 70. Well, let's go with like 32 laps. That puts him at 102. Frankly, that puts him right on the number he needs to make it to the end. So, sure, he's looking to run this all the way out, as much fuel as he can spare. Let's get you reset for the start here. Craig Goodenough's at the front. He's about to control the start of this race. Lights are out on top of the pace truck. And we're going to get underway. Pace truck's off. Hands control over to Mr. Goodenough inside the restart zone. Now he can launch anytime. And now he launches. We're back underway. Under green, lap 72. Great jump for Craig Goodenough. Riding on board with his camera right here. Still hasn't busted the 130 mark on his top heart rate, but he is sitting at 116 right now in real time. average has come up a lot.
I'm fine, man.
Right now, the 0.3 lead over the 51. Superman's trying to throw his cape out. Get up there and challenge the 89 for the lead of this race. He's going to go right immediately into it, wasting no time. Makes the pass. That didn't look like much of a battle. I think there's some, there's likely a little bit of strategy at play here. I do see that the pit lane time total for Craig Goodenough was 37 seconds. His pit time was only 7 seconds compared to 14 and 15 seconds for the rest. And do not think the 89 machine took tires on that last pit stop. So this is strategy at play. This is why you see the extremes in this, the speed between these trucks right now. So we'll see how that works out for Craig as we go along. But we got the 88 definitely all over the 51. That good looking Goodwrench Chevrolet's got going there. All right, let's go through the field, folks. So you can see first and second here, Dylan Bryant first in the 51, and you have Mike Adamson in second, trying to track him down with only less than 2/10. He's actually right on him. A little reluctant to go through the field at the moment, but I'm going to anyway. I'll keep an eye on that. If he goes around, we'll get a look at it. Next up, we have John McAdam there in third in that 47 machine. Closely followed by your series leader at the moment, Chris Gomes, up 13 spots from where he began the night, racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina in that High Tide Hospitality #1 machine. Just heard player on the radio. Don't know if something happened with him. Let's go take a look real quick. We'll come back. It's like they're okay, but it's pretty dicey back here. Sounds like Alicia said he didn't see somebody, so looks like they're going to live to race another corner for the moment. Jump back up here to Chris Gomes as we were running in fourth, and going back to Jesse Reddy. He is in fifth position, up 3 spots at the moment. Kyle out there in the chat saying, let's think we're done with the cautions yet. I don't think so either. Albert Anderson, 6th position. We saw him take on that extra fuel, and now he's put that 99 Sunoco machine in the win. Got the Sunoco sponsor on the side. Don't know if he's going to run out of fuel tonight. I'm thinking that would be a bad look for his sponsor if he did. Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky. We saw him involved in a crash earlier. He has rebounded. Good recovery to 7th. He was fast, started 2nd place here tonight. The 81 and the 23 are racing pretty hard here. Got Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama on the low side in the 23 machine. Jonathan Osborne up there on the high side. Looks like Jonathan's going to prevail for the moment. Jonathan races with us out of Woodbury in New Jersey. Take a little ride on here for a second with Jonathan. As he makes it down onto the apron, comes back out up towards the wall as he dives, gets ready to dive into turn 1. Running that middle to high line. Aaron Warren still there trying to challenge for that position. This is a battle for 8th. Get back here, Andrew Cawthon in the 10 machine out of Bartow, Florida. Up 1 spot so far for the night. Had a little trouble earlier. We saw him knock the right front off that truck. Able to go in and get it repaired and get back in the mix here. 82 laps complete. Scott Milner out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. That 19 machine up 7 spots from where he began, running 11th. We saw Craig Goodenough earlier. He restarted in the lead, but as I noted, he did not take any tires. He's probably choosing to save some extra sets for the end of this race, thinking like Kyle is, we're probably going to have more cautions. And Trevor Robertson, we talked to him earlier. He was involved in that incident where he kind of got right hooked into the outside wall with no intention. Right hook nonetheless. Recovered to 14th so far at 5 spots from where he began the race. Jacob Alicia, Indianapolis, Indiana's own. Got that 31 machine into the 15th position, up 5 spots from where he began in 20th. Got Kelly Keel here running in the 16th position. Dragging along a motley crew with him. The 29 and the 13. 54. You see the 29 trying to challenge Kelly. There on the low side. Not able to pull it off. Kelly's kind of running the middle to high line as well. As I say that, he goes low into 3 and 4. Edith Anderson in the chat saying she's really late, but she is here for Team 99. Well, just to catch you up, Miss Anderson, he is running in the 6th position right now. Dave Mayberry right there in the 29 machine, looking to get around his former teammate in the 01. Dave races with us out of Tucson, Arizona. See right now he's got his sights set on the back end of that VRN 01 machine, looking to go to the inside. It's a game of inches. You got to work your way inch by inch to get around a truck here, when most of the laps are wide open as far as the throttle is concerned. Not able to pull it off here. Going back a little bit further, we're taking a look at Andy Player. We heard him on the radio earlier. Wasn't happy with some of the racing. Kind of got roughed up a bit, I think. 29 pushing that 01 machine. But he's lying there in wait, looking to decide which horse he wants to back between these former teammates of the 01 and the 29. Looks like Mayberry may have gotten around Kelly Keel. And he has. The 13's also going to make his way around. Next up, we have James Lee running in 19th out of Villa Rica, Georgia. Down a few spots from where he began. He was in 15th at the start of the race. We got the 12 machine, John Shanebachler out of Louisville, Kentucky. Don't know what's happened to him this evening. Probably had some bad luck. Cautions timing. I do know he was involved in one accident, but that's probably why he's running in the 20th position right now. Involved in that incident with the 6 machine. The Tom Barish out of Pass Christian, Mississippi, running 21st. Got Deion Jones in 22nd. And I think Luke Chadwick's still out here. Let's see. Nope. Luke is not any longer. And that's through the field, folks. Let's go back up to the front, where not much has changed. Superman's still out there out front. Everybody is trying to grab onto his cape. But they are staying within striking distance. That is, when I say they, we're talking about Mike Adamson in 2nd, John McAdam in 3rd, and Chris Gomes in that 4th position. Pretty good fight here between the 47 and the 1 right now. All right, folks, while we're watching this race here tonight, if you were not tracking, this is NASCAR Hall of Fame night. So as an induction to the Hall of Fame, I want to say a huge congratulations out to all the NASCAR Hall of Fame inductees for this go-round, and an incredible class that continues to shape the legacy of our sport. But I want to especially salute Mr. Harry Gant in the 33 machine. He inspired me as a young man, and he is the reason I proudly run the 33 today. He's a true master behind the wheel and a legend whose impact reaches far beyond the track. He's also Mr. September. If you know, you know. Taking his well-earned place among the greats. And I got to say, it's about time. So congratulations to Mr. Harry Gant, number 33. Also, Kyle Busch is part of this as well, and one other for the legacy class. Congratulations to all the inductees. I just want to mention that tonight. Then additionally, let's talk about this series, the Vanquish Series. Waiting transmission. I don't know what Lori's talking about there. She just had something go across the screen. Let's talk about the Rolex 24. So if you're a sports car fan out there, folks, if we're going to hit some of the exciting action here. If you're a sports car fan, this weekend is an awesome weekend because the Rolex 24 is starting at Daytona. It's going to roar to life tomorrow at 1:40 Eastern Standard Time. And the endurance racing will begin for 24 hours. It doesn't get any bigger than this. This is North America's premier 24-hour showdown. It's going to return to Daytona, like I mentioned, bringing a 60-car field, world-class manufacturers, and some of the most elite drivers on the planet into one relentless day-to-night battle. Green flag, as I said, drops at 1:40 Eastern on Saturday, launching a full-throttle marathon streamed across Peacock, YouTube, IMSA TV, with NBC carrying portions of the beginning and end of the race. So make sure if you don't have it, get one of those carriers and check out that race. It is a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to run here in the sim as well. So expect flat-out speed, strategy under pressure, and the kind of drama only Daytona can deliver. Whether you're turning it in for the prototypes, the GT battles, or the sheer spectacle of 24 hours at the world-class center of racing, this is the endurance kickoff for the year. So don't miss it. Set your reminders, change your devices. Rolex 24 begins tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. 96 laps complete so far. And as I mentioned, Albert Anderson can get to lap 102. Which is kind of the magic mark. You could come in maybe 1 or 2 laps earlier and make it to the end on fuel, but you would have had to save fuel during this run. And a lot of these guys are just running flat out. Let's go on board here with some of the drivers and see if they are saving fuel. You'll be able to tell, like if they clutch or they lift early going into the corner. Those are the ways that they save fuel here. We got Lori out there asking for a crank it up as well. We'll do that right after I listen to Mr. Dylan Bryant. And I'll tell you just from my experience if I think he's saving any fuel or not. It sounds like normal throttle cadence there. Maybe a little bit of early lift. If it is, it's ever so slightly. Most likely, what I'm hearing is old tires. As you go through the run there, you're going to have to lift more and more to account for how slippery these tires get. And actually, I'm going to get that crank it up on the other side of the pit stops, Lori, because I don't want to miss any of that action. We'll definitely get you a crank it up on the other side of that, which should be in a few laps. Superman has got 4 hungry hounds right there on his tailgate. 4 coming through there is going to be a lap car. Already made a pit stop, so he's going to be fresher tires to get around all these guys, get one of his laps back. But so this is going to be the money stop for the 51. If he has any stumble whatsoever, getting on pit lane, getting off pit lane, sliding through his box, that is going to have these guys get right all over him, either on him or in front of him, for the last stint of this race. I think he would prefer clean air. A little less stress for him. We'll see if it happens.
Thanks for the room there, Dylan.
Now, his closest competitor in the championship is Gomes, currently running in third. I hear the first part of pit stops now. I think I heard Dave Mayberry say he's going in along with Kelly Kill.
54 pitting.
As I mentioned, though, Chris Gomes is staying with his striking distance, up 14 spots right now. He would lose 7 points to Dylan Bryant if it finishes like it is right now. It's 5 bonus points for the win, plus 2 spots. So Chris is trying to either finish second or take the win away from Dylan. As we have takers on the pit lane. Craig Goodenough, Dave Mayberry, Andy Player, James Lee, Jonathan Osborne. I just missed that one. Here we go. Jonathan Osborne. Your first takers. Lap 102, coming to 103. Will Dylan choose to stay out long this time? Don't know. Doesn't look like it. He's looks like he's going to hit pit lane right now.
123 pitting.
One is staying. Look how much the one gains on him. Incredible job getting in there on pit lane for Chris Gomes. As I mentioned, he's going to want to stay right in the hip pocket of that 51. Have an opportunity to take away this victory, if nothing else, to limit the amount of damage to points that may occur with a 51 win.
23 this time. 23 this time.
Got Jesse Redding on pit lane, Mike Everidge, John McAdam, John Gallagher, and now Mike Adamson, having gone one more time around, took over the lead for that one lap. He's on pit lane right now. Albert Anderson and Andrew Cawthon, Aaron Warren, Scott Milner, Jacob Alicia, Shane Bachler, 35 Bearish. Look at him, just smoking it in there. Hopefully he made the pit lane speed. Now Chris Gomes went on pit lane the same time Dylan Bryant did, but he is off and away in front of both him, that is Dylan Bryant, and Trevor Robertson. Trevor Robertson, let's see, these guys should go to the top of the leaderboard here in a moment. Yes, Gomes is now your leader. Dylan Bryant is in second. Back of Chris Gomes about 0.74, so about 3/4 of a second.
Should probably pull in and get this.
John McAdam right on the back bumper of the 51 as well.
Yeah, I might need to.
51's blinking a little bit. Lap 105 and 133. 51's blinking again. Don't know what's happening with him. He's closing the gap with the advantage of draft on Chris Gomes. We'll see if he'll be able to get up there. But right now, I think his more immediate problem might be his connection. In that lap alone, I counted at least 3 times he blinked out. Let's see if it stabilizes here. Blinking again. He's pushing hard to get up here to the one machine. He knows this is it for the championship. He wants to go in with a win for the ultimate round to determine the champion. This is the penultimate race here tonight, with next week at Auto Club being for all the marbles. As we ride along with John McAdam. Looks like 51 may be stabilizing out now. Nope, blinking again. Look back here from the number 1 machine. We are all over this track now. You can see what we're looking at here is the number 1 machine in first position. He is highlighted in green, a green circle around his position on your track map. And most of the pack is about a quarter lap to half a lap behind these drivers. Dylan Bryant here, second place, blinking a little bit like he has been so far. John McAdam in third. You go a little ways back here. Don't know what happened with Mike Adamson's pit stop, but he did go one lap later, so it might be the difference in time we're seeing here. He went on lap 103. So that's how much time you can lose by going in just one lap later. Kind of all by himself in this little pocket here. You see him highlighted, the number 4 on your track map. And Trevor Robertson, great rebound for Trevor. After all of the action he's had here tonight, we're 24 laps to go. He's running in 5th. Albert Anderson in that Sunoco machine, running in the 6th position. Started in 5th tonight, so he's only down one spot, having a good run. Jonathan Osborne up 15 positions so far here tonight. Really good run so far for him. Let's see, when did he go on pit lane? 101. He's got a few drivers behind him, including Cawthon at 10, who are on fresher tires than he is at the moment. So we'll see if he's able to hang on to the 7th position or not. As I mentioned, here's Andrew Cawthon running 8th. John Gallagher, another great run for him as well, up 12 spots so far. He's going to be challenged here by the number 23 machine of Aaron Warren. Warren does have one lap fresher tires than Gallagher does. Here's Warren in that Alabama light machine, racing out of Jasper, Alabama. See, where is he at relation? Looks like nope, not quite beside him yet, so he's running in a 10th position. Then we got Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky. He's down 9 spots from where he began the night, so trying to make his way back up there into the top 10. Running 11th right now. Andy Player in that Piconi setup machine, running 12th. Craig Goodenough, 89, running 13th. Jacob Alicia here in the 14th position. This is all post last stop, folks. We're going to do a crank it up right after this. Scott Milner in the 15th position. Jesse Redding running in 16th. Kelly Kill, 17th. Getting really out of shape there. Didn't see him hit the wall or nothing, just must have got loose. Yeah, it really did. Anyway, Dave Bayberry's able to get around the outside there. Then we drop back to 19th of John Shanebachler. James Lee in 20th. Tom Bearish, 21st. Well, it looks like Dion Jones in the 4 is on pit lane, getting service, coming back out with 20 laps to go. All right, folks, nothing's changed at the front. You got Chris Goins still out there in first place with Dylan Bryant behind him about a half second back. And at Lori's request and others, we're going to do a crank it up segment. So if you like hearing how the inside of these cockpits sound for these drivers, and most of them do run these simulators wide open, turn up your headphones, crank up that computer speaker system or your television. We're going to do a crank it up segment here. I hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back.
Jacob.
Go with you.
Thank you.
Folks, that was our Crank It Up segment. Hope you enjoyed that. We got 12 laps to go here out of this 133 lap event. And up at the front, by half a second, you have Chris Goins in that number 1 High Tide Hospitality machine. Dylan Bryant right behind him. We're coming down to 10 laps to go. We'll see if Mr. Bryant's been saving a bit for the end here. These guys are on equal footing. The longer they go into this, though, it's going to come down to who was able to save enough of that rubber. Who do you think it is? Let me know in the chat. While we're watching these guys, let's talk about the future of this series. I mentioned this is the penultimate race of the season, Season 3. But we got big changes coming on for Season 4, folks. So it's going to be a new era, which begins in 2 weeks. The Vigilante Vanquish Series is proud to announce that the official vehicle for Season 4 has been chosen, and the future is rolling out on 4 fresh tires. After gathering input from our drivers and weighing the identity of the series, we're excited to confirm that the new ARCA car in iRacing will take center stage next season here in the Vanquish Series. It's our new weapon of choice. Vanquish has always stood apart from the Premiere Series on Wednesday nights. It's our dedicated Speedway battlefield. And ARCA platform brings that perfect blend of speed, grit, and unpredictability to elevate that identity even further. You see the 01 getting around to 51 here. 01's going to be on fresher tires, so that's why you see that happening. It's not for position. But as I was saying about the future of this series, talking about the ARCA platform, it's going to bring that perfect blend we talked about. We're going to expect tighter packs, bolder moves, and the kind of edge-of-your-seat racing that defines the Vanquish Series. It's become a really incredibly competitive series. This marks our major step forward for the series, a fresh challenge, a new feel, and a chance for every driver to carve their legacy into a brand new era. So, Season 4 shaping up to be our best yet. Be sure to tune in, strap in, and get ready for the chaos, strategy, and speed that only Vanquish can deliver. The next chapter starts on the 6th of February. Make sure you tune in for it, folks. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action. Now, right now, Chris Goins doesn't have much of a lead as Dylan Bryant is right there. Only a quarter second back off the rear deck. Has he saved enough of his tires to be able to get around the one? Catching him, one thing. Getting around him is going to be another. Some of that lap traffic probably didn't help out as the War Machine is able to pull it back out to a 0.4 lead here. He had it about a half second. That's where we're headed back to right now. Let's take a look from behind here. 6 laps to go. You see that Goins is not playing it too safe. He nearly got into the outside retaining wall. About a 0.55 difference right now. If we bring up that battle box, you can see it on your screen in real time. Look at the number 2 position of Dylan Bryant, and look above that, Chris Goins. You'll see in yellow a 0.54, 0.53 is fluctuating in real time. Delta between these two trucks. That's how small of a gap there is between them, less than a second. However, it's been pretty stable, though, around half a second. 5 laps to go right now. We're about to go to 4. All Chris Goins wants to see is that white flag, because the next flag after that will end the race. .7. Chris is starting to stretch out the lead just a little bit. Got T. Brown out there saying, let's go 47. Let's take a check on the 47. He's running third. He's right here. Something happens between these two trucks, he's going to be there. Now, they all went on pit lane at 102. That is right on the money to make it. Mike Adamson went in on 103. He has closed the gap with third place, as you can see here, but he's not there. Kind of stabled out here at about a 0.6 to 7. You can see that Dylan Bryant has just ran all of the rubber off of that truck. Your leader right now is looking like he's in good shape. Crossing over for 2 laps to go. Got James Lee on pit lane right now. I don't see anybody else. Coming around to take the white flag right now. Coming out of turn 4, Chris Goins is looking to hit the white flag, which means the next flag will end it, whether that's the checker or the yellow. There will be no overtime here today, folks. He's out to nearly a second lead over Dylan Bryant in second. Dylan had a great run here tonight, dominated this race. Was not able to hold on to the lead coming out of the final pit stop cycle. And Chris Goins took over from there. Coming around for the last time, turns 3 and 4. High Tide Hospitality Machine is looking for that checkered flag. Got Bryant already congratulating him. As the number 1 machine is victorious here, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, here in the desert here tonight for round 12 of the Vigilante Vanquish Series.
Yeah, the aero package is complete garbage.
We'll see if Chris gives us any spectacular burnouts or anything before we go to break. Don't go anywhere. I see 19 of you out there. If you haven't already, folks, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of the racing action. We are live here consistently every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have special events. So make sure you tune in and support these drivers, especially if there's one of your favorite. If you're new here and you're looking to get on the grid, there'll be information at the end of the broadcast how you can contact us. We are always looking for great, clean, respectful drivers out there. 47 brings it home in third. John McAdam. I know we saw Tim McAdam out there pulling for him. Great job. Podium finish for him. Let's get your rundown while we are watching this burnout. And here are your results tonight, folks. As I get the thing pulled up here, Chris Goins, your champion. Dylan Bryant, second. Third place, John McAdam. Fourth, Mike Adamson. Fifth, Andrew Cawthon. Nice recovery. Albert Anderson, for all you Anderson clan out there, sixth place. Aaron Warren, seventh. John Gallagher in eighth. Jacob Alicia, ninth. Andy Player, 10th. Jesse Redding, 11th. Let me change that position so you get a better shot here. And 12th, you had Mike Everidge. 13th, Scott Milner. John Shanebacher, 14th. Dave Mayberry, 15th. Jonathan Osborne, 16th. 17th, Tom Barish. 18th, Kelly Kill. Trevor Robertson, 20th. Dion Jones, 21st. James Lee, 22nd. And Luke Chadwick in the 23rd position. And those are your race results here tonight, folks. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with an interview with your champion here tonight, Mr. Chris Goins. All right, folks, we are back, and we're ready to interview Mr. Chris Goins out of Charlotte, North Carolina, having brought it home in the top step of the podium here tonight. Hey, Chris, it's Alan in the booth, buddy. Do you got me?
I got you, Alan. What's going on?
Hey, man, what a great run for you here tonight. Up 16 positions to bring home the trophy. How does it feel?
Oh, man, it's awesome. This is not one of my favorites by any means, but, you know, horrible qualifying. I mean, everybody was kind of close together on speed anyway, but yeah, when I saw 17th, I was we're in for a long night. So, you know, luckily we were able to kind of work our way up through. Had a couple of moments, to say the least, but you know, once we kind of got up there and rode for a little bit, it was good. That last pit stop was all the difference. Being able to get out in front of Dylan. Dylan was by far faster than me here. Always has been. But we're able to leapfrog him in the pits and kind of use some of that air, that dirty air, to keep him behind us.
Well, right now you have a 17-point gap over Mr. Dylan Bright heading into the final race. How do you feel like your chances are to bring home the championship? I think you had, let's see, what did you have before? Let's see, 345. Yeah, you stretched it from 12 to 17 points now. How you feeling about going to Auto Club?
Well, I love Auto Club. One thing about Dylan is he's fast everywhere, so you know you don't never count him out. So you know we got to go in there with the mentality that you know I'm going in to win the race. So you know if it happens, great. If we win, if we come out on top in the points, awesome. But you can't let up off the throttle here for the last race. You know you probably hear guys talk about gotta be safe, be conservative, but you know I think when you stop racing the way that you normally race, I think that's when problems happen. So we're going to go all for it next week and hopefully come out with a race trophy and a championship trophy.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you and Dylan Bryant put on one hell of a show here this season. It's coming down to the final race, which is always exciting for us as viewers and fans of the sport and of the sim. But hey, you did a fantastic job here tonight, man. Really put it on them. Do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family before I let you go?
Yeah, just want to shout out High Tide Hospitality. As always, they've got great restaurants in the Charlotte area, so check them out. Teammates over here, John McAdam and Jesse Redding, I think both had pretty good races. I know John finished on the podium as well. So want to thank everybody with Vanquish and VRL and everything, all the drivers. We had a good quality race tonight. A lot of beating and banging, but real respectful racing out there too. So I thank Lori for the admin job that she does over here as well. Obviously being able to go back and watch these here with you with VRN is awesome. So appreciate you taking your time out to do that as well. And hopefully we can talk again next week as champion.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you at Auto Club. Congratulations on tonight and in your future pursuit of the championship. And we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. All right, folks, that is your champion here tonight, Mr. Chris Goins out of Charlotte, North Carolina, bringing home top step of the trophy and increasing his likelihood of potentially being the Vanquish champion for Season 3. And as we look here, okay, we're finishing off round 12, officially in the books, and we're looking forward to the series finale at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. So be sure to tune in next Friday on the 30th of January at 8:50, no later than 8:50 Eastern, folks, so you can catch the beginning of the race. But until then, race fans, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.